Hello everyone, this is DM Daniel and welcome to a brand new video series where I'll be walking you through my own custom D&D campaign, Mists of Eldoria. In this series I'll be diving deep into everything you as a dungeon master need to know to run it for your own group. The campaign is split into different parts and in each video we'll focus on a specific section. Today we're starting with part 0, which covers the essentials, your session 0 on the prep you'll need to kick off the campaign, and some important details about both the world of Eldoria and the campaign as a whole. So, if you're ready to bring some epic adventures to your table, stick around and let's get into it. Alright, so let's talk about what Mists of Eldoria is all about. The world of Eldoria is a mysterious continent tucked away within the Forgotten Realms setting, but there is a catch. It's been hidden from the rest of the world for nearly 1,000 years by a magical mist. This mist is impossible to sail through, it's impossible to navigate through, making the entire continent of Eldoria unreachable. Over the last 1,000 years, hundreds of brave explorers have tried to break through the mist surrounding Eldoria, driven by the legends of untold riches and adventures. Ships set out with high hopes, but most were never seen again, vanishing without a trace. A handful of ships did return, but none of them ever made it to Eldoria. They spoke of strange, disorienting mists that confused their senses and twisted their direction. Despite their best efforts, the mists always turned them away, leaving the mystery of Eldoria unsolved and shrouded in fear and myth. That is, until about 20 years ago, when a single ship arrived at the harbor in Waterdeep, claiming to have come from Eldoria. Naturally, this sparked a rush of explorers and adventurers. Dozens of ships set out to rediscover this forgotten land, but none of them ever returned. It wasn't until 5 years ago that a lone ship, the Dawnstrider, successfully navigated the mists and came back. Since then, the Dawnstrider has been making regular trips between Waterdeep and Eldoria, ferrying cargo and passengers alike, and now your players have each managed to secure a ticket for the next voyage. The ship is set to leave Waterdeep in just a week, and that's where the campaign begins. Before the first session of Mist of Eldoria, I've put together a collection of conflicting rumors for the players to receive as handouts. After all, it just makes sense that anyone willing to take the risk of traveling to a mysterious long-lost continent would at least have heard some kind of wild tale or rumor about the place. Some characters might even have gone out of the way to seek out these rumors, tracking down people who claim to have returned from the mists, or digging up any scraps of information that they could find. Depending on each player's individual character, you can decide how many of these rumors to share. Maybe just a handful for the more casual adventurer, or a whole bunch for those diligent enough to do their homework. And for the really determined ones, their research might have led them to even rarer sources like ancient text or books from Eldoria itself. Before your players embark on the adventure, they've already secured a ticket for the Dawnstrider, after seeing this call for action note posted all over the region around Waterdeep. This note advertises that there are still a few spots left on the next voyage to Eldoria, and that's how they've gotten their chance. But how they got hold of these expensive tickets is completely up to each player to decide. Did they scrape together their gold and buy it? Did they steal it? Maybe they won it in a high-stakes game, or perhaps something more mysterious brought it into their possession. The choice is theirs, and it's a great way to add some personal flair to the story right from the start, and depending on how deep they go with it, it could be something to have as a quest hook later on. Now, if you're looking for a campaign that combines rich lore, intrigue, and player freedom, Mists of Eldoria is one you'll want to bring to your own group. I'll be making videos just like this one for every part of the campaign, covering everything from the overall history of Eldoria to specific locations, NPCs, and all the finer details in between, giving you everything you need to run it smoothly for your players. I've also created a library of detailed texts that explain every aspect of the campaign so far. Encounters, quests, NPCs, backstories, locations, and even in-game books you can hand out to your players. and I'm constantly expanding it, so there's always more content to explore. And the best part? Everything I create for this campaign and everything else, the rumors, the maps, the books, NPCs, and the rest, it's completely free for everyone. You can find it all over on my Patreon right now, so head over there if you're ready to start your own adventure in Eldoria. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where I'll go over the 1000-year timeline and history of Eldoria.